Today we enter the age of steel and build our very first permanent production line. Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where last time we had a ton of fun messing with the resource sink tickets and the factory cart. However, there's been a new update which allows you to control the factory cart mid-air. So it's a little difficult because, you know, it's a little tiny cart and not exactly a plane, but it's pretty fun. But yeah, just on Tuesday, there's quite a big update. Quite a few new things. Like there's the pick block feature from Minecraft now. So if you want to build something, if you press your middle mouse button, you can copy it and get the item. So you don't need everything on your hotbar. New platforms you want to make? I'm still getting used to it. Aha! There you go. Everything super omega easy now. My goodness, what a fantastic change. And that's not the only one. You can even upgrade Mark II miners without replacing them now. If we had the Mark II miners to upgrade them, that is. However, that is the plan today, because we want to get into advanced steel production, make some Mark II miners, and maybe even get to hypertubes. But we'll see. One last thing I gotta address before we get started here is people keep telling me to put a ticket in the resource sink. So you know what? Fine. If we get 4,000 likes on this video, I'll do it. And that's it. I don't ask for likes or care about like goals, but if you guys care that much for me to put a freaking ticket into the awesome sink, there's the price, okay? Alrighty though, it is time to get moving, it is time to get grooving. Let us go and get basic steel production. So this gets our foundry, of course, which gets the steel beams, pipes, and the versatile framework, which is project part number 2. So this will help us get to tiers 5 and 6 with the space elevator. So we're gonna need many thousands of these. However, one small step, let's actually get steel online. So launch pod go, and steel online.
Steel production unlocked. Foundry grants access to new, simple steel parts. An additional project part can now be constructed. Progress to the next phase is now possible.
Oh boy. So finally we have the foundry. So along with everything else that's being changed in the game, I'm sure steel has as well. I can already see that this is such a great decision. But the foundries now cost rotors and modular frames to build. Before, you needed steel to make the steel foundry and you had to handcraft pipes and it was like, why? So that is significantly better. So there we go, first foundry I get. And now, what is going on with this? It's still the same recipe. That's actually really nice. So 45 iron ore and coal to 45 steel. Is that the same recipe? I don't remember now. It's an easy recipe regardless, so all is good in the world. Ooh, and screws are looking much more spicy. When did they change the texture on that? Oh, and the power shards are looking cool too. I like them. But mainly, let's check out all of the new steel recipes. So 60 ingots for 15 per minute. That's changed. That is for sure changed. I think this was nerfed because before it was like 1 foundry to 1 steel beam constructor. Now it's like 60 per minute, and this thing can only produce 45 per minute. So the numbers are all different there, and steel pipes are the same. It used to be 15 to 15 pipes. So like a 1 steel to 1 pipe ratio. Now it's 30 for 20 parts per minute? Like what? Oh, actually, you know what? That's actually a lot better because everything's a multiple of 15 for the inputs. So it should be pretty easy to calculate the balance here of what we need. All we have to do is find a good multiple for 45 because yeah, if this takes 60 steel per minute and this takes 30 steel per minute, that's 90. So we could run a steel pipe constructor and a steel beam constructor from 1 foundry. Yeah, 45 times 2 is 90. I didn't even need a calculator for that. Oh, that is so much more simple. Oh boy. So yeah, we can get this going real quick. All we need to do is find a good place to set up a steel area. So you, sir, come with me, and we're gonna go on a mini adventure. And to assist us on our little adventure, I actually unlocked the Xenobasher, just on a live stream, just because we're going around looking for stuff. So we'll take this with us as well. Pop a little bit of health, thank you. And we are off looking for coal. I am pretty sure I remember there being some landlocked coal somewhere in these hills here. Right over there, yeah. That are away from water, making them perfect for making a steel area around. Is that a sluggo boy? Sluggo boy? I need you. Oh, whoa, 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 and what is this? That's new. Oh, I get it. It's supposed to show that the slugs get power from the sun, I guess. And also it helps you spot the slugs? Huh. Very, very interesting, right, buddy? Right. Hey, come back, come back. I didn't show you my new toy. Did you like it? I'm sure he did. Anyway, let's go and see what's going on with the coal here. It's just over here. Yes. So, as long as these aren't impure nodes, this is gonna be a near perfect place to set up a steel area. I'm hoping for normal, maybe a pure. Come on, brother. What do we got? Normal? Okay. You know what? I bet they're all normal. Normal, yep. And then there's one more just down the hill. And it's gonna be normal, right? Come on, combo. Yes. Oh, yes. 3 normal coal nodes. That is the bee's knees. Excuse me though, sir. This is all mine now. And then we just need iron. But this desert has iron all over the place. Like, I don't even have to scan for it. Iron right over there. And then there's some copper. And I'm sure there's more iron around too. Let's check on a few nodes that are close by. Well, this one's pure, so we're already set. Now, pretty much anything more is just icing on the cake, so what do we got? One literally right there, one a little bit over that way, and that one over there. Honestly, if the node that's just over here is pure as well, we don't even have to worry anymore. Okay, we've got some limestone. We're gonna need that for encased beams if the recipe wasn't changed. Another pure iron node? Oh, okay, okay. Just make my life easy. So we're set, and then just as a bonus, the one over here, what are we cooking with? We are impure. Okay, so we got 2 pure, we're fine. And also, we're gonna be fine on power as well, because on a live stream, we got up to 1,200 megawatts. Because I built another coal factory just over here. So when we started our playthrough looking for a starter area, I was looking around this oasis for coal, and there actually is coal. Way hidden over there. Like, I never would have found that. So it's like, oh goodness. So it's sneakily hidden away. So this area could make for a good starting location. However, I do like ours a little bit better because it has a few more iron nodes. But yeah, since there were the coal nodes here, decided to make another power plant. It's the exact same design as the one we used on the beach, just a handy extra bit of power so we can go a little bit more crazy with our foundry array. And when I say crazy, I just mean like crazy in a temporary sense. Until we get the Mark II miners, everything's gonna kind of be like, whatever. Just make it work, unlock what we need, and move on. But once we have Mark II miners, we really enter like the mid game. And things get much more spicy from there. So for now, we're just gonna build a handful of foundries, get some miners all set up, and now I'm just realizing there's actually a problem here. Because although going from the foundries to constructors is easy, load balancing into the foundries? That's gonna be a little spicy. Like, how do you break lines into 45 each, right? Well, honestly, it's actually pretty easy, because we just take a 60 line, split that into 2, so that's a 30 line there, 30 line out that way. Split one of the 30 lines in half, so 15 and 15, and have a 30 line and a 15 line of whatever item, go into our merger, and we got 45. So it's possible. Is it practical though? Not really, like at all. So this is definitely a good time to use the overflow method. And I think how we need to think about it is we need to look into the total amount of raw resources all of our machines are taking. So we have 45 iron per foundry, and then we have 5 foundries. So 45 times 5 is 225. So we need 225 iron and 225 coal in order to load up this whole system, which isn't really possible with our Mark I miners. So our system's not gonna be running 100% efficiently at first. But honestly, that's okay. The solar system is but a stepping stone to the Mark II miners, because once we have them, things will escalate rather quickly. But yeah, once we have the Mark II miners and have enough materials, we definitely have to load balance this correctly. Because like the constructor setup is so simple, we may as well just load balance this correctly and have a perfect system. Because with the overflow thing, our constructors will get material at a variable rate, so it's not gonna be super effective. Oh my goodness though, I didn't even realize this either, but oh, we're gonna have to figure out a way to load balance the constructors and stuff as well. Oh yeah, brother. Cause this one needs 30 iron ingots and the other one needs 60. Well, that's the big oof. Oh my gosh, actually, no. Load balancing stuff won't be too bad at all, because it is just 2 foundries to 2 constructors, right? So we combine the 2 foundries together, and that makes a 90 line here. Just have to make sure that is a Mark II belt. With the 90 line, we split that in 3, so 30, 30, and 30. We combine 2 of the 30 lines into 60, and that can go into the steel beam production. And then the other 30 line just goes into the steel pipe production. And then boom, everything works out perfectly. Easy peasy. So I'm just gonna make a couple of these setups. We're gonna stock up on a little bit of steel here, and then we will unlock something new, because we don't need all that much, I don't think, right? Oh yeah, all we need is like 200 steel pipes and a little bit of garbage, and we're set. Easy peasy. Should only take a moment. Yeah, it honestly did. So now, advanced steel production I get. And also, check this out. Encased industrial beams are here. Ain't that spicy? I'm excited to see what the new recipe for that is, because it is way earlier than it was before now. So I wonder what's going on with that. So a launch.
Milestone reached. Improved miner included to double extraction rates and improve efficiency of new pipelines. A collection of new, more complex parts is now available for crafting. An additional project part can now be constructed. Further progress to the next phase is now possible.
Double the extraction rate? Oh, brother. Oh, that's where we enter the fun times. Okay, and they require encased industrial beams, the steel pipes, and modular frames. Gotcha. But then, what is going on with the encased beams? So those take steel and concrete. Wait, is that actually changed? Or is this just the vanilla recipe? I honestly can't remember. It's been so long. But okay. We have those now, but we don't have the Mark IV belts, which is kind of a shame, because the Mark IV belts would help out significantly. Like Mark II miner, Mark IV belts, the combo from the heavens. However, we can at least get the Mark III belts and build our steel foundry from there. And this way we can actually set up something a little bit more permanent for our steel supply. So I'll mark a 3s get.
Milestone reached. Logistics can be improved with a larger storage container and enhanced conveyor belt efficiency.
What? I didn't actually even look. Wait. The industrial storage container, yes! Oh, thank goodness. This is my favorite. This is my bestest best friend. I love these things. For ladders and for actual storage, they're so good. And then the Mark III belts, yeah, it's still just steel. So 270 resources per minute. That is something we can work with. Because we found some encased industrial beams over by some drop pods, so we can easily go and upgrade some of our Mark I miners. And because of the latest update, check it out. Just a point, click, and replace. Super easy, no problems, no belt deleting, everything is good. Now we have Mark II miners, we can add in some power shards, and we can get, I think, 300 resources per minute from these normal nodes. So 300 times 3, that is gonna be 900 coal per minute. But since we only have the Mark III belts, I think the max we can get out of our coal here is 810 coal per minute, which is pretty good. 810 divided by 45 for each of our foundries here is 18. So yeah, these 3 nodes can run 18 foundries. Oh yes, and of course we're gonna have to have the 810 iron as well. So we'll get 270 from there, 270 from the other pure node over there, and then I think, yep, I found another node for iron way over there. It's a normal node, but that still produces 300 iron per minute, so that fits the 270 belt. So 810 iron, 810 coal, 18 foundries, and a whole lot of spice, brother. A whole lot of spice. But we have to first get this temporary thing out of the way. It has performed its duty. So for once in our lives, the temporary setup was actually temporary. It's all gone now, and we are ready to get moving and grooving with the real steel foundry. And I did some quick math. So we are bringing in 810 coal and iron, right? Well, 810 divided by 6, go figure, equals 45. So all we have to do with each 270 line of both coal and iron is split it into 6. So boom, 1 splitter into 2 splitters, and then from these 2 splitters into 6 lines. And we just do that for everything, and bada boom, we're moving. So now we're already able to place in all of our foundries. It's just how we're gonna do that exactly. Well, you know, we could just place them all in a row. That might be the easiest. It might even look pretty cool too. I'm just not sure if we can get enough in here. Like, we have to have so many foundries. It's crazy. Let's kind of give it a shot, just to try it out. Okay, and it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yikes, in a row. And we need 18. So, design number 1. It's not gonna work. At the very minimum, if we're doing like that row kind of thing, I definitely wanna have like 9 in a row. 7's not gonna work. So instead, we could have 9 in a row going in this direction. That might be neat. But then also, there's always going up, brother. And we could just build a super tall foundry spire. But then again, we can always build the constructors up higher too. So, this is gonna take actually a hot minute to figure out. But hold up, wait a second. I have a really cool idea, but we're gonna need these foundation frames in order to make it work. So we're gonna spend what little tickets we have to pick them up. Oh, and also we get glass foundations, that's kinda cool. But now mainly with these foundation frames, I have a pretty spicy idea. Where what we can do is we can have the foundation frame there, and then build the foundry on top of it. Or is that even possible? Oh yes, yes, you better believe it is. But now the awesome thing about these foundation frames is that you can build belts underneath them. So we could do crazy little things like this here and there, and have the belts underneath. And obviously this isn't the complete design, but I think it's off to a good start. And then right in front, we could just have a little output platform like this. There we go. And all the outputs gather up here. Yeah, you know what? I'm getting good vibes from this. Let me mess around with it for a second. And oh my gosh, guys, the ideas just went haywire. And good news, bad news. Bad news is all the stuff that was already here had to go. The good news is what I have come up with is easily one of the coolest things I have ever made in Satisfactory. Behold, our steel engine. So based off of the foundation frame concept, where we have the belts running through, I changed it up a bit so we could have these belts going up and then belts on top coming down through all the frames. So our coal could enter through the bottom here and over here. The iron goes through these conveyor lifts and goes to the top and then comes down. Everything meets in the middle where all the foundries are, and just off on the side, we have everything merged together into one line. And not only does this look absolutely amazing, but you're not gonna believe this. There's 6 foundries in here, right? And we needed 18. So now all we have to do is build 3 of these and we're set. But what's even more crazy is that 6 times 45, guess what that equals? It equals 270, meaning that everything from this machine can come out through one Mark III belt. Isn't that just the most wild, crazy thing ever? And I didn't even plan it. Just, the idea started flowing. It's like, I tried fitting belts under here and I was like, oh, but I can't fit the iron under here because one belt's gonna block something. So then I just went above and just, oh God, it just all came together. I love these new foundation things. foundation frames. Oh, we're gonna use them so much. But man, this easily is gonna be like one of the coolest things we've made. And then as per loading it all, what we're gonna have to do is get each of the iron and coal lines just through one splitter, so we could just make, I don't know, one for iron, one for coal, and this has to split off into the 2 inputs. So iron and coal, just straight like that. And there we go. The whole thing's loaded. We can have a pathway right through here that oversees all the lines, and we can get a cool view of our beautiful engines. And oh my gosh, this factory is gonna be the best. One thing is, we're gonna have to move like pretty much everything in this direction, because this thing is a bulky, thick boy. And there's a big old rock in the way over there. So yeah, things will have to be moved, but it's gonna be worth it. Once we have all 3 of these in place, it's gonna look just, oh my gosh, even more amazing than it already does. I am just so pleased with this machine. It's amazing. Okay, so it took a bit and it was very sad, but the first engine has been completely dismantled and this area is reorganized. But now we have the first permanent setup in our world created. And it is just as good as I thought it'd look. Oh my gosh, it is glorious. Glorious with the upside down platforms now, just the busy design of things, and also when we get Mark IV belts and Mark V belts, etc., and we upgrade things, imagine this mirrored on the other side here. Oh my, things are gonna be fantastic. Oh, they already are. Goodness gracious. We do need like the walkways though. It's a little hard to get around the area just right now, but later on, it'll be much better. And yeah, now this looks like an industrial area. Like, oh, this is how factories should look. It's so cool. It's so cool. I just want the walkway over here, and then we can see everything moving, everything grooving. It's gonna be fantastic. Oh my goodness, and the creme de la creme. There is a little bow tie to make these even better. So we merge everything into the middle here, right? And then check this out. We have a conveyor lift going down, underneath, and through all of the belts in the middle. Because there's the perfect amount of space there that we could. And now, from all 3 of the engines, all of the lines end up right back here. And we have 3 lines of 270 iron ingots per minute. Oh, yep, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then from here, they all go onto the roof where we'll just have 100 constructors or so. Because 810 steel per minute is quite hefty. And we're gonna need just, so much. Now the ratios are gonna be a little weird too here though, because we need 30 for the steel pipes, and then we need the 60 for the steel beams. And now that everything's mixed together into 270 lines, the math's gonna be a little bit different. But most importantly are the alternate recipes. You guys probably noticed, but I have the alternate screw recipe here, and it's changed, along with probably every other alternate recipe in the game. And there's 30 brand new ones that no one even knows. So, oh man, we just need so many more alternate recipes before we really dive into this. At least the constructor part of it, because the iron screw recipe is already so different. Or the casted screw. The screws are already iron. Anyway, yeah, it's like 12.5 per minute for 50 parts per minute. So that is radically different. Anyway though, we need many more alternate recipes before we go with the constructors and build them here. Because we simply don't know what we need more of. Like, do we need more pipes or do we need more steel beams? Like, if we're just going with vanilla recipes, then yeah, we need the steel beams. But oh yes, I forgot the space elevator stuff. It even has its own category. Okay, so the smart plating's here. Versatile framework, oh my god. Okay, well, regardless of anything, that answers our question. We need a billion trillion steel beams. 12? 12. That's 30 per minute. Oh my gosh, and 2.5 modular frames? We'll get 5 of those per minute. That's not good. There's no sugarcoating it. That is a lot of steel. That is an incredible amount of steel. Oh my goodness. Oh my brain has exploded now. We're gonna need what we just built, like our steel factory. Like, we need like 10 of what we just did, at least. to make like these quickly. We need 500 of these for the next couple of tiers, and I'm sure we're gonna need more for later tiers as well. Oh boy, oh boy. And then automated wiring, I'm honestly scared to look. Okay. That's kind of like the other end of the spectrum. 50 cable per minute is an extreme amount of copper. And then stators as well, that's even more steel. Oh my gosh, oh my, and even more copper, because yeah, iron wire is not really like the best anymore. Oh my goodness gracious, the world has changed. The world has changed. Oh yeah, I got the bolted iron plates recipe. It's just more screws, it's faster essentially. And then, what is it? Compacted coal. I don't even know if we actually need that, but it was available. Anyway, regardless, we need just so many alternate recipes. I'm just blown away by how much steel we're gonna need. Like, wow. 30 steel per minute for those versatile framework pieces. It's just so crazy. On a good note though, during a live stream, I went on a little bit of a hard drive hunt. Just kind of got the easy to reach hard drives, and wow, they look different. And yeah, I researched a few like I showed you, and now we have 9 more. So I don't know, I have no idea what we're gonna get, but I guess we'll pop a few of these and see what's going on. And for now, we do need to build some kind of temporary steel solution. Like, we need to have encased industrial beams, steel beams, and pipes automated in some capacity. However, we're probably gonna have to change everything relatively soon. It depends on what alternate recipes we get. Oh, and you know what? At the very least, we're dealing with a 270 belt, so we can easily divide everything into 3. So yeah, I just built like 9 constructors here. And yeah, we go from 3 to 3 to 3 to 3, and that's 9. So, pretty easy constructor setup. That's quite nice. Yeah, we can adjust this pretty easily too. Yeah, because the pipes need 30 per minute, and the beams need 60 per minute. Yeah, that's like the easiest thing in the world. But first off, we'll just use this floor for the steel pipes, and we'll copy it again for steel beams. Okay, and yeah, copying the floors worked out perfectly, in fact, because all we had to do was switch these constructors to 50% clock speed, so they only take 30 items per minute, just like the steel pipes. So we'll have 7.5 steel beams created per minute per constructor, and 7.5 times 9 equals 67.5. Yeah, 67.5. Bit of a weird number. We'll tune this if we must later on, but we'll see. And then finally, we're just gonna have one lonesome constructor or assembler that will be creating our encased industrial beams, because ever so conveniently, check it out, but right over there, we have ourselves a very nice pure limestone node, which is extremely convenient. And with encased industrial beams going, let's check out our first research here. And what do we got? High-speed wiring. Ah, yes, high-speed connectors. Good fun. More steel. Okay, that's rough. Is that iron ore? And it's water. And water? Oh my god. Oh my god. Pure iron ingot. We can almost double our iron production with this? But what machine uses both water and iron? It has to be a refinery. Oh, but that's like up in oil tech. Oh my god, that is amazing though. Oh my goodness, that is like a hyper incredible late game alternate recipe. Oh, that's so nice to see. I was worried since the desert we're in, it used to be covered in iron, but now iron's not even gonna be a problem late game. Anyway, I think we're gonna stick with this one, I guess. What was that, copper and iron ore for just more copper? Yeah, that sounds good. This will be a good use of our impure iron nodes that are dotted around the map. Just makes better copper, more copper, sounds good. But man, these are some insanely crazy alternate recipes already. And you know what, I think we're gonna have to save the rest for next time, along with researching hypertubes. Because this behemoth already took an incredible amount of time. And you know what, automating pretty much all steel components is a pretty good job for an episode, I'd say. So let's end things off by getting it all fired up, connecting all the resources, and watching this puppy come to life. Ah yes, and you can just smell the pollution, i.e. the smell of progress. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed, remember to leave a like, and thank you for watching. But have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.